in liberating strife. Who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, make God thy gold refined, till all success be nobleness, and ever again divine. And you know, when I was in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beauty by far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned our good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.
The story you're about to see is a big, fat lie. No names have been changed to protect anybody.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the USCFL Network, in association with YouTube, presents the USCFL Postgame Show. Here's once again is Robbie Graham.
Greetings, cartoon and football fans. This is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network with this special Monday edition of Inside the USCFL and bringing you the action and highlights of the final two quarterfinal games and Week 14 of the USCFL's 2022 season. To our friends and fans in the United States, may we wish you a happy and safe 4th of July. As stated at the start of this video, fireworks aren't the only thing you'll see this weekend, as these games prove to be exciting and impactful. We are glad that you are with us to help celebrate America's 246th birthday. Who will join the Jim Henson All-Stars and the Filmation All-Stars in the semifinals? You will know by the end of this video. As you're barbecuing hot dogs and hamburgers, drinking beer and soda, and lighting fireworks, may we also suggest making us part of your celebration and subscribe to this channel. Joining is free, easy, and you can enjoy us all year long without a special celebration. We strive to be one of YouTube's least offensive channels, providing a different spin about your favorite cartoon characters from the past and present. If your favorite character or characters aren't mentioned in these post-game shows, they might be in the league but in a second or third string capacity. If so, leave a comment and we will answer your questions. Also be sure to ring the bell to alert you of when we put up any new video. After a brief pause, we will talk about and present the highlights of an exciting Game 27 between the 80s All-Stars and the comic strip All-Stars from Houston. Welcome back. The fireworks began early on Friday night as the 80s All-Stars, playing in only their third road game since the Disney Bowl format was created, took on a surprising comic strip All-Stars, who defeated Cartoon Network 48-38 in Game 24. The 80s All-Stars knocked out Disney in Game 18, 36-26. With 5 weeks to rest, the 80s All-Stars should have soundly beaten the comic strips since they were undefeated. As a reminder that once the season goes into round 3, no team is safe from elimination. The first quarter began with a 4-yard touchdown run by Archie Andrews to go up 7-0 early. Bumblebee put the 80s All-Stars on the board with a field goal. Blondie Bumstead returned the favor to go up 10-3 after the first quarter. Midway through the second quarter, Charlie Brown connected with Dennis the Menace from 65 yards out to go up 17-3. A little more than 2 minutes later, Inspector Gadget, defensive tackle for the 80s All-Stars, returned a fumble for a touchdown from 18 yards out to trail 17-10. Then about a minute later, April O'Neil ran in from 7 yards out to tie the game. Towards the end of the half, April O'Neil got her second touchdown run to go up 24-17 at halftime. The only score of the third quarter was when Archie Andrews also got his second touchdown run to tie the game at 24. As always, the fourth quarter continues to be the most exciting quarter this season. Blondie Bumstead retook the lead with a 19-yard field goal to go up 27-24 with 13:30 left in regulation. Then Seaspray of the Transformers, filling in for April O'Neil, went into the end zone from 1 yard out to retake the lead 31-27 with 9:51 left in regulation. Next, fullback Powerglide, also of the Transformers, caught a touchdown pass from Jem from 3 yards out to go up 38-27 with 4:41 left in regulation. Just 25 seconds later, the comic strips closed the gap as Charlie Brown threw his second touchdown pass to Dennis the Menace from 88 yards out, the longest touchdown pass this season, and with a successful 2-point conversion, trailed 38-35 with 4:16 left in regulation. Overtime was possible, but Archie Andrews sealed the 80s All-Stars' fate with his third touchdown run from 8 yards out with 13 seconds left to play. The comic strip All-Stars won 42-38 in a thrilling finish. They will advance to the semifinals with the number 3 seed. The 80s All-Stars is eliminated from the tournament and finishes in 6th place. As for the stats in this game, beginning with the 80s All-Stars, Jem finished 14 of 26 for only 120 yards and 1 touchdown. April O'Neil rushed for 173 yards on 33 carries and 2 touchdowns. Michelangelo of the Ninja Turtles led the receivers with 4 catches for only 36 yards. Starscream of the Transformers led the defense with 7 tackles, 6 assists, and 1 fumble recovery. Bumblebee finished with 8 points. For the comic strip All-Stars, Charlie Brown finished 29 of 48 for 459 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Archie Andrews rushed for 156 yards on 36 carries and 3 touchdowns. Dennis the Menace, the game MVP, led the receivers with 11 catches for 319 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jughead Jones of Archie Comics led the defense with 7 tackles, 3 assists, and 1 forced fumble. Blondie Bumstead finished with 10 points. And here is how the highlights of this exciting game looked on screen.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far, just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. On that you can depend and never worry. You see, my love is alive. It's like a seed that only needs the thought of you to grow. So if you feel the need for company, please, my darling, let it be me. I may not be able to express the depth of the love I feel for you, but a writer put it very nicely. When he was away from the one he loved, he sat down and wrote these words: No wind, no wind, no rain, no rain. Oh, winter's cold. I know you must follow the sun wherever it leads, but remember, if you should fall short of your desires, remember life holds for you one guarantee: you'll always have me. And if you should miss my loving one of these old days, if you should ever miss the arms that used to hold you so close, or the lips that used to touch yours so tenderly, just remember what I told you the day I set you free. There's no mountain high enough, no valley low enough, no river wide enough. There's no mountain high enough, there's no valley low enough, there's no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. Nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough. Nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Keep me from you.
After a brief pause, we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 28 between the Fox All-Stars and the Warner Brothers All-Stars from Philadelphia. Welcome back. What better way for the USCFL to celebrate the 4th of July is by playing a game in the city that helped found this country, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, once the capital of the U.S., the city where the Declaration of Independence was signed, the city where the Constitution was drafted. Rocky Balboa calls it home. Philadelphians are passionate about their sports teams, and the Warner Brothers All-Stars are no exception. Because of obligations that had to be met, this game was played on Sunday, July 3rd, which is why we are doing a Monday version of Inside the USCFL. And what a game it was, but for the Fox All-Stars and not Warner Brothers. Fox advanced to the semifinals before halftime. Here's what happened. The scoring spree started with Bart Simpson throwing a 15-yard touchdown pass to Tarango Lila of Futurama to go up 7-0. Midway through the first quarter, Bart Simpson connected with backup tight end Francine Smith of American Dad from 21 yards out to go up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Fox's onslaught continued in the second quarter as Bart Simpson and Tarango Lila connected for the second time from 11 yards out to go up 21-0. Milhouse Van Houten added a 55-yard field goal to go up 24-0 when finally Warner Brothers got on the board when Wile E. Coyote kicked a 38-yard field goal to trail 24-3. Then before halftime, Bart Simpson threw his fourth touchdown pass to Amy Wong of Futurama to go up 31-3 with just over a minute left in the half. Just 19 seconds later, Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers intercepted a Bugs Bunny pass and took it in from 37 yards out to go up 38-3. With every second off the clock, every yard Fox gained, Warner Brothers' chances to advance had all but disappeared. Early in the third quarter, Bart and Leela connected for the third time from 26 yards out to go up 45-3. Milhouse's second field goal extended the lead 48-3. Towards the end of the quarter, Bugs Bunny ran the ball in from 5 yards out to trail 48-10 after the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Bart connected with his sister Lisa from 6 yards out and his sixth touchdown pass to go up 55-10 with just under 14 minutes left to play. Then with over 11 minutes left, Philip J. Fry of Futurama ran it in from 21 yards out to go up 62-10. Then Bart and Leela connected again for the fourth time, and Bart's seventh touchdown pass extended the lead 69-10 with over 6 minutes left to play. With under 4 minutes left, Bugs Bunny threw a 16-yard touchdown pass to backup tight end Minerva Mink of Animaniacs to trail 69-17, which was the final score. Fox will advance to the semifinals with the number 1 seed. Warner Brothers has been eliminated and finishes in 5th place. As for the stats in this lopsided game, beginning with Fox, Bart Simpson finished 26 of 43 for 421 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Philip J. Fry rushed for 215 yards on 39 carries and 1 touchdown. Tarango Lila led the receivers with 7 catches for 163 yards and 4 touchdowns. Haley Smith of American Dad led the defense with 7 tackles. Milhouse Van Houten finished with 15 points. For Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny finished 24 of 51 for 191 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Daffy Duck rushed for 125 yards on 22 carries. Marvin the Martian led the receivers with 5 catches for only 42 yards. Buster Bunny of Tiny Toon Adventures led the defense with 7 tackles, 11 assists, and 1 interception. Wile E. Coyote finished with 5 points. Tina Belcher of Bob's Burgers was the game MVP with 3 tackles, 2 assists, 1 interception, and the defensive touchdown she had in the second quarter. And here is how the highlights of this lopsided game looked on screen. After a brief pause, we will continue our series of player profiles with one of the first characters Cartoon Network presented that wasn't a classic Hanna-Barbera show, as we will profile Johnny Bravo.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me. So sexy it hurts, and I am too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. And I am too sexy for your party, too sexy for your party, the way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what I mean.
Welcome back. This year, Cartoon Network is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Nowadays, most of Cartoon Network's daytime lineup consists mainly of Teen Titans Go and Total Dramarama episodes. But in the late 1990s, Cartoon Network was slowly moving away from the classic shows that made Hanna-Barbera famous. Shows like Dexter's Laboratory, The Powerpuff Girls, and Courage the Cowardly Dog began showing up. And one of Hanna-Barbera's final productions featured a young man who thought he was God's gift to women. He might not have luck with the ladies, but as quarterback of the Cartoon Network All-Stars, he has had some good luck in the USCFL. For this week's profile, we will look into the life and times of Johnny Bravo. And now, here is Johnny Bravo's history on television and the USCFL. Johnny Bravo is an American animated romantic comedy television series created by Van Partible for Cartoon Network. It is the second of the network's Cartoon Cartoons, which aired from July 14th, 1997 to August 27th, 2004. The series centers on the title character, voiced by Jeff Bennett, who is loosely based on Elvis Presley and James Dean. Johnny Bravo is a sunglass-wearing, muscular young man who lives with his mother and attempts to get women to date him, though he is usually unsuccessful. He ends up in bizarre situations and predicaments, often accompanied by celebrity guest characters such as Donny Osmond or Adam West. Throughout its run, the show was known for its adult humor and pop culture references. Partible pitched the series to Hanna-Barbera's animation showcase, What a Cartoon, basing it on a senior thesis project he produced while attending Loyola Marymount University. A pilot short aired on Cartoon Network in 1995. The series was renewed for a second season in 1999, during which Partible left and the show was retooled under the direction of Kirk Tinblad. In 2003, for the series' fourth season, Partible returned and restored the show to its original format and style. In its 4 seasons, a total of 67 episodes have aired. The first 3 seasons were produced by Hanna-Barbera Cartoons, while the 4th season was produced by Cartoon Network Studios. Johnny Bravo was nominated for 4 Annie Awards, 1 Young Star Award, and 2 Golden Reel Awards. The series helped launch the careers of several animators, including Seth MacFarlane and Butch Hartman. Spin-off media includes comic books, DVD and VHS releases, collectible toys, and video games. Johnny Bravo is a conceited narcissist and dim-witted self-proclaimed womanizer with a pompadour and an Elvis Presley-like voice, apparently of Italian heritage, who lives in Erin City, a nod to Presley's middle name. Episodes typically revolve around him trying to get a woman to go on a date with him. Those advances are usually rejected and result in the woman in question harming him in a comedic way due to his boorish manner. Johnny's companions are Bunny Mama Bravo, his lively, caring, extroverted, equally dim-witted mother. Little Susie, a talkative and intelligent little girl from the neighborhood who likes to annoy Johnny, although he rarely remembers her name. Carl, voiced by Tom Kenny, yes, that Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, a geek who idolizes Johnny despite being bullied and bosses around by him. And Pops, the unscrupulous owner of the local diner who provides advice to Johnny along with food made from atypical ingredients. Recurring characters include Master Mama, a Japanese martial arts instructor who teaches Johnny but never considers him a student due to being the weakest and most pathetic student in the dojo. Donny Osmond as himself, a cheery and optimistic team idol who irritates Johnny. And Jungle Boy, a jungle-dwelling feral child with super strength and the ability to speak to animals. Much of the series' humor is derived from celebrity guest star appearances and references to pop culture. For example, an episode in Season 1 is based around the Twilight Zone, and in another episode, one of the village people can be seen in the background. The series has had numerous guest stars, including Adam West, Shaquille O'Neal, Seth Green, and the previously mentioned Donny Osmond. In the first season, creator Van Partible intended for the show's middle segment to be a form of Johnny Bravo Meets, a parody of the new Scooby-Doo movies, which would feature appearances from popular 1970s icons. But guest stars were used informally after the second season began. Many Hanna-Barbera characters had cameo appearances in the series, including the cast of Scooby-Doo, Speed Buggy, Jabberjaw, Fred Flintstone, Yogi Bear, the Blue Falcon, Black Widow, and Huckleberry Hound. Adult humor is a frequent presence. In one episode, when Susie calls Johnny to ask if he wants to come over, Johnny nonchalantly tells her to call back in 15 years when she is a co-ed. And in another, when Johnny is hit by a tranquilizer dart and he is informed he has only 6 seconds of consciousness left and to use it wisely, he immediately pulls out a girly magazine. In regard to the adult humor, Hartman stated, quote, "Being concerned with the content of the episodes wasn't our main focus," end quote. And creator Partible remembers that, quote, "No one was really watching Cartoon Network. As far as content, they were pretty lenient on all kinds of things that were going on," end quote. When the Cartoon Network All-Stars joined the USCFL in 2010, Johnny Bravo was made the starting quarterback. At the helm of the offensive line, Johnny has been instrumental in making Cartoon Network one of the highest scoring teams in league history. Although the team has yet to enjoy a championship, any other team who faces Cartoon Network has had a hard time defeating them. With Steven Universe at running back, the Powerpuff Girls at wide receivers, and Brock Sampson of the Venture Brothers at tight end, along with a ragtag offensive line, other teams have had a hard time trying to defeat them. In the 2019 season, and on 2 occasions, Cartoon Network scored more than 70 points, and are the last team to score that many points. And Johnny Bravo helped to make it possible. Do ladies go for him now? Who knows? But I believe they now have a new respect for him. The following is a brand new video featuring some of Johnny's strikeouts with the ladies, and Daphne and Velma from Scooby-Doo also get in on the act. Johnny Bravo may have trouble winning the hearts of women everywhere, but in the USCFL, he has won the respect of other characters, both male and female.
1, 2, 3, baby. Sassy. Studley. Oh. Check the pass. Man, I'm pretty. Do the monkey with me. Come on. Hey there, baby. Yeah, whatever.
After one final pause, we will reveal the answer to last week's trivia question, this week's question, and a preview of what's to come in the semifinals and what will happen next.
Well, the eagle's been flying slow, and the flag's been flying low, and a lot of people saying that America's fixing to fall. But speaking just for me, and some people from Tennessee, we got a thing or two to tell you all. This lady may have stumbled, but she ain't never failed. And if the Russians don't believe that, they can all go straight to hell. We're gonna put her feet back on the paths of righteousness, and then God bless America again. And you never did think that it ever would happen again. In America, did you? You never did.
Welcome back. Now for the answer to last week's trivia question. We asked which sugar substitute did the Pink Panther endorse. If you guessed Sweet and Low, you are correct. The answer should be obvious to anyone who uses a sugar substitute. Sweet and Low comes in pink packets, while Equal comes in blue packets, Splenda comes in yellow packets, and Stevia comes in white packets. So the Pink Panther was the obvious choice for the endorsement. Now for this week's trivia question. The category is, and that's the way it was in 1776. The degree of difficulty is veteran. The early 2000 series Liberty's Kids, the only show in our library that once aired on public television, the show was about 3 young kids witnessing history as it was made in America when it was a long strip of land on the Atlantic coast as English colonies. The show featured famous personalities who lent their voices to some of early America's greatest men and women. One of these personalities was well known for being a newscaster on national television and provided the voice of Benjamin Franklin. The question is, which former national newscaster voiced Benjamin Franklin? Is the correct answer A, Tom Brokaw, B, Peter Jennings, C, Dan Rather, or D, Walter Cronkite? We'll have the answer for you next week. And that will do it for Week 14 of the USCFL's 2022 season. Next week, the semifinals will take place as we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 29 between the Filmation All-Stars and the Fox All-Stars from Charlotte, North Carolina, and the highlights of Game 30 between the Comic Strip All-Stars and the Jim Henson All-Stars from Denver. The winners will play in Disney Bowl 5 on July 23rd, with the game shown in its entirety on YouTube on July 24th at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The losers will play in our exclusive runner-up game on July 16th for bragging rights and the right to be in third place. Once again, we wish our friends and fans in the United States a happy and safe 4th of July. Until next Sunday, this is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network wishing you peace. Take care and stay safe.
All the characters characters and franchises mentioned throughout this webcast remains the copyright of their respective owners. They were used for the purpose of entertainment and or education, and therefore no breach of any copyright laws were intended. This webcast is protected under copyright and must not be rewritten, re-recorded, rebroadcast or re-uploaded in whole or in part without the prior written consent of First and 10 Productions, the American Association of Animation, and the United States Cartoon Football League. Copyright 2022.